Sure. My family emigrated to America in the 1960s. Originally, they went to the East Coast, but it was too cold and snowy. So they traveled across the country and settled in Los Angeles, which is where his sister, my dad's sister, lived. And I was born. And unfortunately, we decided to return to England. But after a few months, my dad realized that it was probably better in Los Angeles. So he returned to try and get a job, but he couldn't get a job. So we lived in England. And all my life, I grew up knowing that I was born in Los Angeles and that we could have grown up there. My mum wished that we'd stayed and grown up there. And I think my dad did too. But hey ho. So I've always wanted to go to LA. I've always wanted to see my birthplace. So when I was 18, my dad came down to London with me to get my passport. And shortly after, a couple of years later, I bought tickets, Greyhound tickets to backpack across America, which I did from the east to the west. I ended up in Los Angeles, had a little bit of a cry outside the house that my family had lived in, and wishing that I had grown up there, and then returned. And then a few years later, again, when I was in my 30s, I too went off to America to work. And I absolutely love America. I absolutely love Los Angeles. I felt like I returned home. I lived in Hollywood, and I still live and work between LA and the UK. It is my home. I hope you enjoyed hearing about that.